I'm John Beaudin. Here's part one of our conversation with Andy Kim. This is Rock History Canada. Andy's one of those guys that I've wanted to talk to for years, never had a chance to. And even though we didn't get him on camera, we really got Andy Kim. It was great to have him in a situation. He was very open, and he's usually known for being a great interview. But I enjoyed this.
This big special, you have 16th annual Christmas special presented by Air Miles. But first of all, how did this start 16 years ago?
It really started with a moment in time where I used to go to orphanages and children's hospitals whenever I toured. So after sound check or on a day off, I would ask the promotion man or promotion people, can you take me somewhere, or give them a heads up? And I don't know about you, but this time of year is kind of pretty melancholy for me, and so I never tried to figure out why. I just know that it was, and I figured it may be that way for other people. And one of the things I remember is being a kid and feeling that way. I just continued to just feel like maybe there's an opportunity for me to do something. I had just had a hit record with Ed Robertson of the Bare Naked Ladies, who wrote a song I forgot to mention, and it kind of gave me a little bit of a profile, to be honest with you. And so I had the courage to say, hey, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to find a club, and I'm going to charge $25 a ticket. And if I can get stars to show up, then it'll be a treat, because I wasn't interested in those who could afford $25 and more, but those who took the subway, took the streetcar, waited for the bus in the rain and the snow, etc., just the way I did when I was a kid. Because we came from not too much, but we had a great time anyway.
There must have been a time in your life that you thought, well, maybe I care for the fellow man, maybe not like that guy, but there's something in me that's I have that software. When were you aware of that?
I think I was always aware of it. I knew how little we had at one point. I mean, I still remember vividly my kid brother and I'm the third of four brothers, and we'd go through the alleyway to collect Coke bottles through the garbage so we could sell them for 2 cents a piece and eventually share a banana split. So I think that never left me. Mm-hmm. The idea that I had hit records and made money and stuff never really changed the part of me of who I am. Those are things you hang on the wall, but it's not who you are. At least for me, anyway.
I mean, what's your take on the fact you're just one of the survivors and you're flourishing? People, you've got a rebirth of your career for the last few years. I mean, how are you feeling about all this?
Well, if I can quote Bob Zimmerman, he who isn't busy being born is busy dying.
Yeah.
So, I never thought about it in those terms. It's this beautiful knowledge that I've always taken it one day at a time. I live in the moment, and I never, ever think of taking anything for granted. So I put all my energies into the day, and then, if I can sleep without a broken heart, then I'm good.
What were your parents' reaction of you going and doing that and your success?
Well, first of all, they never really understood what it was that I was doing and what I wanted to do. And as luck would have it, I had relatives in New Jersey and in Pennsylvania and in Michigan. What basically happened was that if I really needed someone, they were within an hour of New York City, and I wasn't going to be there for long. I had enough courage to tell them that I would, I'd call them every hour on the hour if they needed. And I think they said, yes, call us. The most embarrassing thing is I would go to a phone booth, and one time I got the same operator a few times, and she says, so you're calling your mom, huh? That's before I even said anything. And I don't think they ever understood the dynamic of what I needed to do for my life, which was okay, because I always felt that I wasn't here for people to understand. I was just here to try and do the best I can. Because here's what I believe, and I've always believed it deep down inside. When you take your last breath, God is going to ask you, so what did you do with your life?
Wow.
And to me, it always meant, did you find you? Not did you find your parents? Did you find you and your brother? Did you find you and your parents? Did you find you and... No, did you find you? And I think that you know, I look back on the things we didn't have and love the fact that it's the things we didn't have. Because I have all the things that we didn't have, but I still treasure those moments where I was shared a room with my kid brother and with all the stuff that we went through in Montreal. You know, you're a Montrealer surviving those snows. I guess Verdun was just as bad as Saint-Denis and de Castelnau, you know.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you comment on our videos, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos.